Championship next Monday night in Santa Clara. We are underway from Arlington in the National Playoff Semifinal.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
First down.
Let's go. The Gators now with a 1st and 10. This will be a carry for Clements. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down. For the Gators, they are in search of their 4th national title in school history. They lifted the trophy for the first time back in '96, and then most recently they were champions in 2006 and again in 2008. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Reddick. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Arnold. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. On the carry, this is Wilhoit. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
They'll wind up losing 7 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to get this one down to the edge. Throwing on 3rd and long. Leonard. And an alley to run. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the 1st down marker. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to bring up the 4th down. And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. Over on downs on the short side of the field. They'll run with Clements. And And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a 13-yard pickup as the downs reset. Now Reddick. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They turn to Jennings. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. And now we're going to get a timeout out here called by the defense. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That's their second. They'll be down to 1 remaining here in this first half. Reddick sets to throw it. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
These guys had to settle for a field goal their last time moving the ball down the field. They may have to do it again on this drive. That could be frustrating.
Yeah, I don't want to be cliche, but at least they were able to get 3 last time. 3 here, not the worst thing in the world. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Here's the Florida State offense ready to get their next drive going. But Charles, so much of this offense the last few years centering around the combination of Marcus Washington and Isaiah Streets. Streets saying Washington's like a second brother to him. And, of course, many know the story. Isaiah's older brother, Ezekiel, tremendous athlete in his own right, but lost too soon to leukemia a year ago next week at the age of 20.
And that is really a gut-wrenching story, as you know. And you look back at their high school days right here in Texas, just outside of Houston. Zeke was the star quarterback, a 4-year starter, 8,000 passing yards. Isaiah, a year younger, he was the receiver. The two of them told recruiters, you know we're a package deal, so if you're coming to get us, you're getting both of us. And Zeke actually recruited by both of these teams playing here tonight.
And the two had dreams of playing for a national championship together, and now Isaiah with a chance to fulfill at least part of that dream. The Seminoles here with a 1st and 10. Free again. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now Wilhoit. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. For Florida State, they're seeking their 4th national championship. They were winners back in 1993, also in 99, and then most recently back in 2013. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Reddick sets to pass it, and it's complete. They're going to get the first. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That is caught. It's Streets. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. When prepping for this semifinal matchup, we went back and saw all the tape on Isaiah Streets throughout the year. And no matter who you talk with around the game, they say Isaiah Streets, what's so impressive, his route running ability. So much discipline, so much precision on the cuts. Not only that, but you sit down with him and you find out what an impressive young man he is. For the amount of talent that he has and all the stars and accolades by his name, incredibly grounded, just a remarkable young man.
61, Mike, 61. Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Second and 3. escape, and he goes down. So without Marcus Washington, Florida State is trailing at intermission.
Seminoles nothing.
Hey, kid. Just want to check in with you. How'd you feel about the first half?
Hey, let's do it in the second half, baby. Come on.
Feel great. Yeah.
Seriously, I feel like I played okay. We all made some mistakes as a team. I think everyone back there knows what we got to fix in the second half, though.
Yeah. And if we lose, you can always lift the team's spirits by cracking jokes on the ride home. Yeah? Good luck in the second half.
Goes on, the loser goes home as we start the second half in this semifinal matchup from Arlington. This is fielded a couple yards deep. A spin. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Ready to get this drive underway. The Seminole offense at the line. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Cox. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run now with Will Hoyt. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Oh, that's a big one right there. You talk about breaking off a huge chunk of real estate. But if you're the defensive coordinator, you cannot dwell on the fact you just gave up an explosive run. You have to look ahead.
And he will score. Touchdown, Florida State. From 10 yards out, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people...
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he's in for 2. The fake works. And they take the lead. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts. Not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
1st and 10, Florida. They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll look to throw here. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here's the Florida State offense ready to get their next drive going. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. They'll wind up losing 11 on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Leonard. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. He's at the 30, the 20. And he takes it into the end zone for a Florida State touchdown.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. The call is to go for 1 and kick the... Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. So following the touchdown, here are the Seminoles now to kick the football away.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. He'll look to throw. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Florida's punter is out there now as he's on to kick it away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Ready to get this drive underway. The Seminole offense at the line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Buying time to his left. Escapes the sack. And an alley to run. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Able to find a lot of empty space there. Picking up the 1st down at a 21-yard gain. One play has him up past the 40 already. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. And just a quick hitch route there, complete to his tight end. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. So much made about the fact that we've got a quarterback who's never seen the field in a college football game. But if you go back to his high school days, he's played in front of crowds. Maybe not quite this size, but it wasn't abnormal for them to have 15,000, 20,000 people in the stands at his high school games. And the numbers from his senior year as a prepster, impressive. Led his team to a 14-0. Get out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going. going in the excitement area.
2nd and 5. Throw left side complete. That's Arnold. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a first down on a gain of 10. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. A throw over the middle, taken in. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards the pickup there.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Back to throw here. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A very solid gain of 27. The Gators now with a 1st and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. 2nd and goal from the 1. 2nd and 1. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
And he is in. Touchdown Gators. Punching it in from a yard away, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet, or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Here's the Florida State offense ready to get their next drive going. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Well, I tell you what, that doesn't look like the throw of a guy who's never played college football. And, yeah, you think about it, part of the reason you have to remember, he's run the scout team in practice for 4 years, and that scout team has had to go up against their own first stringers on the defensive side, so he has practiced for all 4 of those years against one of the best defenses in the country. He seems to be ready for this opportunity. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. 1st and 10 now, Florida State. They'll run with Cox. He won't go down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Let's go, man. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Check 25.
defense.
And that'll set them back 5. Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game, as now they've got it 3rd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. So they went a little cautious there on 3rd and long.
And nothing wrong with that. Remember, they're playing with a lead right now. So getting a first down, yes, that would be great. But even more importantly, take care of the football. No turnovers, no big plays for the other team, and keep the clock moving.
It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands. He's back to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. No gain that time on the completion. And it'll be 3rd down. Not good. They didn't move the football an inch, and precious time ticking off the clock. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. So on the strength of 2 touchdown passes in the first college start for their senior quarterback, the Florida State Seminoles are moving on to play for a national championship on Monday, January 7th.
I'm really proud of you.
Thank you, sir.
That was a gutsy performance out there tonight. You took us to a national championship when nobody, and I mean nobody, expected you to. And for what it's worth, I'm really glad you stayed 4 years ago.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Yeah, baby, we going to the chip. Woo. One more game, baby.
We got this, man.
Oh, yeah. Football is my life, man. But you got to stay grounded in what's important. So I got a little surprise for you.
Isaiah!
Em, looking good, Emily. Oh, and I'm loving this hat.
Thank you.
Oh.
Absolutely. Is that magenta? Fuchsia? What color is that?
Okay. Hey, I bet he'd probably be good at off the board, huh?
Yeah.
Look, Emily has the best games.
Okay. If you had a unicorn, would you want its mane to be purple or pink?
Well.
Well, these are both tough, but good options. I think I'm gonna have to go with purple.
Purple. No, look. You see, look, you don't pick from the options given. All right, the game is in the name. Off the board. Now it's playing. Okay, look, if I had a unicorn, I'd have a mane that matches its horn. Silver.
I'd go with onyx.
Onyx. Okay. I told you she's a pro.
Hey, how are you? Todd Atwood. I'm Emily's dad.
Hi.
Can I talk to you for a second? She's too shy to ask, but Emily wanted to know if you could do something for her in the national championship game.
Yeah, of course. Anything.
She wanted you to throw 3 touchdowns.
3? I thought I said 4.
4 touchdowns. Is that okay?
Well, 4 touchdowns is a lot.
Yeah, but how can you turn down this face? Look at that.
But I'll see what I can do.
Yes!
Don't worry. He'll do it.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's great to see you again.
Great to see you too.
It was nice to meet you, Emily.
You too.
All right.
We're days away from the national championship game, and there is one big question on everyone's mind. Can lightning strike twice? Last week, we saw a quarterback with no game day experience lead his team to victory in the college football playoff semifinal. Kyle, is this kid good enough to win a championship?
Not at all.
That's it?
No, that's it. But hold on. I don't think he has to be. And let me tell you what I mean. There is so much talent on that team on both sides of the ball. Manage the game. Don't make the big mistake. I think they have a real shot. I do.
Kyle, we don't like managers of the game here at the table. Very boring, just like your shirt. I feel you, but I disagree. The team has a ton of talent, but they're going to need this dude to make some plays. They're not going to win if they hand the ball off 50 times.
You two be nice. You, Peter Schrager, do you think he'll rise to the challenge?
I do, as long as the pressure doesn't get to him.
Yeah, for real. He's about to feel that pressure. Listen, there's a lot of weight on this dude's shoulders right now. He wins this game, he punches his ticket to the NFL. He loses, and we'll see, I guess.
And then if you're a coach, how do you handle this? What do you say to a kid that has so much to lose on that field?
Hey, can I talk to you a minute?
Sure, Coach.
You know, I know it's hard to shut out all the noise. And it's a lot of pressure. The only thing that we can control is what's right in front of us. And what's right in front of us is a game of football. Same rules as always. So you gotta take a step back. All right? You gotta breathe it in. You find a way to appreciate this moment, this time with your teammates, take in the crowd. Man, you do that, and everything gets real quiet. All right, so breathe, take it in. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about.
I got you, Coach. Yeah, thanks.
Go.
Yeah.
We crown a champion tonight here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara for the College Football Playoff National Championship game, as it's the USC Trojans taking on the Seminoles of Florida State. One game to decide it all. It's the College Football Playoff National Championship, and off we go from Levi's Stadium. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20.
we go. Here we go. Let's see run it. Let's see run it.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. First and goal for the Seminoles. From the gun, Leonard. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get the off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost.
We crown a champion tonight here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara for the College Football Playoff National Championship game, as it's the USC Trojans taking on the Seminoles of Florida State. One game to decide it all. It's the College Football Playoff National Championship, and off we go from Levi's Stadium. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here's 1st and 10 for the Trojans. Running it with Darby, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. To throw on second down, Morse. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. That second down play nets a -4 for USC. Such a storied program. 11 times they've been crowned national champions, beginning with the earliest way back in 1928, all the way until their most recent title. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because This is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. A national championship on the line in career start number 2 as the Seminoles get set, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Leonard. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Goes back to Streets. This time he's got it. The 40, the 30, 10, and he takes it into the end zone for a Florida State touchdown. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
The extra point splits the uprights. So look at this. They got the 7-0 lead in the pocket, and they're going to try an onside kick. And that makes the score 7-0. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team.
Come on, fellas.
So an onside kick fail in the 1st quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
Here's Irons. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
To throw is Moores. His throw incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On third down, Morse. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to fourth down.
They dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Ready to get this drive underway. The Seminole offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They go play action here on first down. Throwing the comeback route. He's got the hook up to Thomas. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Alexander. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
When you call a wide receiver, how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Back to throw. Leonard. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The SC offense about set to take over here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's Darby on the carry. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Operating from the gun, Morse. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards. USC gets set here, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Morse. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Darby. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Morse. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards there and a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Darby. And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, Morse. That's caught. Touchdown, USC. Jock Luncey there to make the grab. And the Trojans have taken the lead. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
This will be taken in at the 1. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Florida State offense ready to get their next drive going. Throwing to start the drive. Weather. This one complete to Streets. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
2nd and 6 at the 49-yard line. Watch twitch.
That bulldozing through multiple tackles. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. Leonard trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete. Thomas the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. Looking to throw. Leonard. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands. Throwing on 1st down. Morse. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt.
Hey, come on. Hey, you need to play better in the second half, all right? What? Just give me the ball, all right? Let me do my thing.
I agree.
Got it. Hey, you know how much this means to me, right?
Of course I do.
Then make it happen.
Okay, man.
Just one half remains in the college football season as we begin the second half of this national championship game. This is taken at the 3. Ready to get this drive underway. The Seminole offense at the line. So, CD, you look at our quarterback. He's said it. He's been consistent. This is it. I'm graduated. I'm not going to go the grad transfer route. It's time for me to move on. If you're an NFL scout, do you see enough in him to think he's got a future in this league with this little experience that we've seen?
Every scouting instinct tells me to tell him to go the graduate transfer route. But you know how it is nowadays. And look, he's played awfully well against 2 top 5 defenses. Someone's going to take a shot and give this guy a look.
Well, several teams need a quarterback. You think about the Cardinals, they're going to be picking number 1, but Giants figure to be in the market, Broncos, Bengals, possibly the Raiders. So there's going to be some teams looking.
And don't forget,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 in the first. The Seminoles here with a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Still churning, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Operating from the gun. Leonard finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It's a loss of 14 that time, and it'll be a 2nd and long. The 1st down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful, and now they have to deal with 2nd and very long. Back to throw. Leonard steps away to his left. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but they still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
14 yards that time for number 14.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Quick slant caught by Streets. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here, we do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. From the gun, Leonard out to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. First week of the preseason, probably not the pass, the impression that the rookie wants to leave right there.
Yeah, no probably about it, because that's not what you want to do to try and impress your new coaching staff, try to impress your locker room, and most importantly, yourself. Probably spent all night last night saying, don't throw an interception early. Make sure you take care of the football. Well, now he's got it out of the way. Hopefully he can just settle in and move on.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Moores gets set to pass. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. The USC punter out there now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He can't get him down.
Good work, boy. Let's go.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. Here's the Florida State offense ready to get their next drive going. And this certainly a nerve-wracking time for both of these fan bases. Heck, my palms are sweating here in the booth, and I've got no dog in the fight. Can't imagine what it's like for an inexperienced quarterback. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 14. Operating from the gun, Leonard, and that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. Scoring has really been at a premium, and Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Morse. And his throw is incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And a gain there of 11 yards. Here's 1st and 10 for the Trojans. From the gun, Morse firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Morse. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. The Trojans come up now 1st and goal.
Let's go, D.
Operating from the gun. Morse. That's caught. Touchdown, USC. Jock Luncey, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Trojans add on to their lead.
Well, lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
This is taken at his 4. Ready to get this drive underway. The Seminole offense at the line. Charles, we talked in the semifinal about Isaiah Street's brother Ezekiel. Lost due to leukemia exactly 1 year ago today. But since then, Isaiah's been active in trying to help those who are going through the same struggles his brother went through. He formed a real bond, in fact, over the summer with one of them, 11-year-old cancer patient Emily Atwood of Centerville, Texas. And we're told that Emily and her father Todd made the 2-hour drive up to Arlington a week ago to watch their semifinal victory and got to spend some time afterwards with the All-American receiver and his new quarterback.
And folks out there should see how Isaiah's face lights up when the discussion turns to the young lady. He calls in, and the inspiration that he takes from her fight is really something special to see. He makes a point to call her from the locker room after every game, and he says, listen now, she's not afraid to tell me if I do something wrong. She'll critique me in a heartbeat. But it's good to see a young man who wants to get back, one who gets it, and Isaiah Streets certainly gets it.
Emily, too, said to be watching from her hospital room. A surgery scheduled for today, and now she's got a receiver and a quarterback that want her to know that they are thinking of her. And, of course, we're thinking of her as well and wish her all the best.
Absolutely.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about.
Now he's into the clear. And he will score. Touchdown, Florida State. Quintero Grant, 47 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Trojan offense ready to get their next drive started. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. They try and run on 1st down, but to no avail. Tackle for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Darby. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. So the Seminoles face the prospect of a long and silent flight home to the East Coast.